Today, I'm building a huge castle and an army to put in it, and at the very end of the video, I'll be putting the castle through tests to see if my army will survive. Alright, to put a castle through tests, first I will need a castle. This castle is huge. Here it is compared to a car, a dragon, and even this Lego blacksmith set. First, I'll make an army to put in the castle. I started with a bunch of these knights. They have swords and Nexo Knight shields. To lead them is this commander. There are also 4 archers and a cavalry. But the army needs a place to sleep, so I made these barracks for them. Inside, I made these 2 bunk beds for the soldiers. Now for the armory. I wanted to have a big armory with lots of weapons for all the knights. First, I started with this long weapon holder. It has these spears and axes on it. Then I used these great pieces that the swords can go into, and I made 2 sword holders with helmets on top. Finally, I made 2 stands to hold bows and arrows. However, weapons won't be enough to stand against the tests at the end of the video. But every castle needs a king, so I grabbed the Horse Knight King and flipped his torso around so that he can be the king of the castle. For the king, I made a room in the castle with places for him to put clothes, a bed, and a balcony. I also made the king a queen with this custom body. But the army in the castle also needs a place to eat, so I made this big dining hall. There is a long place for food, and at the front there is a place for the king to sit. I also made a kitchen with an oven and tables for preparing food. This is my dragon guild with these dragon warriors and dragon, and they need a spot in my castle. I made a rooftop area for the dragon to land and a small house for the dragon warriors with a small interior. Now for speedrun. Here are the stables for the horses, a tall lookout tower, and a gate that can go up and down. So now the castle and army is done. I put the army inside the castle, but I also want to make sure that the castle will hold up against attacks, so the first attack will be testing it against my Nerf guns. The first Nerf gun is this small single-shot Nerf gun. That destroyed a little bit and also knocked off this archer, but level 2 will do more. It is this big sniper gun that reloads by taking off the top. Yo, the king blocked the bullet. The sniper destroyed this tower and broke my crossbow. Now for the final gun. It is this gun that shoots these foam balls really fast. It obliterated the front of the castle, but the castle did protect the dragon. The Nerf guns did a lot of damage to the castle, but the next test is an earthquake test. Level 1. Level 2. Level 3. The castle did well, but the bunk bed fell out and the crossbow broke again. There are also these people up on the top that fell over. The next test is a giant windstorm, so I took my castle outside and grabbed my dad's leaf blower. All the minifigures on the top were thrown off, including the dragon and the crossbow. Now for the final test. I am going to flood my Lego castle. I filled this bucket full of water and flooded the castle. Well, that wasn't what I was expecting, so I got a bigger, stronger bucket and flooded it again. That one was way cooler, but the castle walls are too strong, so the army stayed safe inside. Anyway, that is my epic custom castle. If you like other medieval Legos, watch one of these videos and subscribe. See you next time.